I am a first-generation American. Both my mother and father immigrated to the United States from Belize City, Belize. And essentially, I grew up poor. But the beauty of that is I didn't know that I was poor. I actually did not figure that out until I got to high school. I was accepted into a selective enrollment high school in Chicago and realized then that the world was made up of two buckets of people, the haves and the have-nots. And I landed squarely in the have-nots. And that manifested itself into some behavior issues in school that right away my principal, Mr. Powathan Collins, picked up on. He knew my story. And he followed me from freshman year to senior year. In freshman year, he knew I liked to cut biology, so sometimes he would walk with me and talk with me, and miraculously, we would end up in front of biology class. And even when he stopped doing that, I kept going to biology because I knew he cared, and I didn't want to let him down. Fast forward to senior year, completed college applications, got accepted, and completed the FAFSA form myself, because my parents really didn't understand the American school system and how to complete the form. And essentially, I did it incorrectly. It's a form that's difficult for the average adult, so you could imagine that it was a struggle for me. When I got my award letter, it was no award at all. It said that I would not receive any financial aid. And it was Mr. Collins that followed up and asked, LaTanya, what college are you going to? And when I told him I wasn't receiving financial aid, he marched me right over to that counseling suite. And whatever magic he worked, I know 24 hours later I was on the road to Southern Illinois University with my parents and walked away with a full financial aid package and a refund check. And as I think about all the LaTanyas that exist in this world, as an educator, I want to be that Mr. Collins, that educator that's just wildly crazy about kids. If it weren't for Mr. Collins, I wouldn't be sitting here today as the Chief Education Officer for Chicago Public Schools.